Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I wasn't actually planning on making another video for today, but I do want to get something off of my chest, which is going to be about the 4 talking points regarding the current state of Barcelona, because we do have more questions and we have also received more answers, and that is what we are going to be discussing within these 4 talking points. Because look, I know that right now the feeling within Barcelona is very positive, and I know that this Barcelona team is going to want to continue to get better, and that is what we do expect from these players, is to get better, to fine-tune some details within this squad, because I don't even think that we're not even close to the final product of what Xavi does want. And just for like some clarification, when I do say that Barcelona has been playing amazing, I'm not necessarily saying that Barcelona are the best team in the world and that we can beat Man City 6-0 or Bayern Munich 6-0 or Liverpool like 5-1. I'm not saying any of that. What really does impress me the most is where Barcelona were at before and what they are today. That is my biggest impression I do have with this squad. That is what makes me the most happy, is how much this Barcelona team has improved compared to the previous one that we did have under Ronald Koeman. So now that we do have that aside, I firstly do want to talk about the OneFootball app. The OneFootball app, it is the best football app. If you guys do want to download the OneFootball app, you guys can so by using the camera on your phone. There is going to be a QR code that will be on the screen that you guys do see here, and you guys can scan that with your phone. If not, there's going to be a link in the description box down below, and that'll take you straight to the App Store, and then download the OneFootball app, and then you'll be set and done from there. It's a great app if you guys do want to follow any certain player or a specific team or your favorite team, or if you do want to read some articles, right, that they do have within the OneFootball app. It is all going to be there. If you do want to be notified immediately and live regarding your favorite team or player, again, the OneFootball app has that covered for you. It's a great, reliable app, and so I do want to thank the OneFootball app for supporting a content creator. So now let's get back into the video. So starting with point number 1, and I want to talk about Dembele, because it is clear that Dembele is a Xavi player. What does that mean? That basically means that he is exactly what Xavi does want, and so I hope that once Dembele does renew, right, assuming that he does renew, he will be a starter, and that is like a for sure clear answer. Like, he will be a starter under Xavi's Barcelona. You look at his current fitness and mentality that he does have, it is 100%, and it could only go even higher. Like, we are only going to continue to get a better version of Dembele, and we want to see that at Barcelona. We want to see Dembele grow as a player in this way, in this route within this Barcelona club. And so I know that right now Dembele does not have any agreement with any other club, whether it's in the EPL or any Italian club or any French club. He has no agreement with anybody, so I do assume that hopefully, right, we could see him renew with Barcelona in the summer because of how great things have been going on in the past few games for Dembele. I strongly believe that for these next 3 to 4 months, Dembele is going to be one of the main reasons on why Barcelona do end up reaching the top 4. Now let's move on towards point number 2, and it is going to be a question, right? Are we going to be seeing the main duo within the midfield very soon? Meaning, what are going to be our main interiors? Because I know that we do have Frankie, Xavi, and Pedri, but is there going to be a specific duo that's going to be starting in every game? I don't think so. I think that Frankie, Xavi, and Pedri are going to continue to fight for their spots. They each provide something very special. They always have their own game, and it's really going to be depending when it comes to like who's going to be starting, like who's fit and what that game does demand. Because I do believe that Xavi does have a lot of trouble trying to find an answer on who is the better player and who should be starting within that midfield. Because again, Frankie, Xavi, and Pedri are just simply too good. Look at what Pedri did against Athletic Club. He orchestrated so many plays within that game. You look at Xavi and how he played against Athletic Club. He protects the ball 100% of the time. You just know that when he does have the ball is going to be safe. And then we look at Frankie's overall performance in the past like 6 to 7 games. He does bring the assists, he does bring the goals, and he obviously does bring those carries on the ball that help Barcelona tremendously. And so Barcelona and Xavi are just in a great moment. And one thing that I really noticed about these players, and especially within the midfield, right, is that many of these players are actually way more calmer on the ball. Like, every time they do get pressed, they always end up making the right solutions. They play their own game. They don't feel any like sort of pressure or like they need to act quickly when they're being pressed. No, Pedri, Xavi, Frankie, and with Busquets, these players especially have really mastered how to act calmly under pressure, and I love that. Xavi used to do this before, and now we're seeing him reinstill what he had as a player into these young stars. But now this is going to lead us towards point number 3, because there is no guaranteed starters within Xavi's Barcelona. Like, we have enough of a sample for us to realize that there is no set starting 11. And I know that many are going to be saying, but we saw this under Koeman. We saw like different starting 11s for like the past year under Koeman, which is true. But the only reason why we had a different starting 11 is because he couldn't figure out what players are good enough to be on the pitch and what players are going to be working with each other and which ones are not. Like, that was one of his biggest problems. But under Xavi, the reason why we're seeing different starting 11s, it is because every player is simply just too good. They all give what Xavi does demand. And so we do have a good problem here. And you better bet, like, Xavi probably has it so easy. Like, he probably probably knows exactly what his preferred starting 11 is. Like, he can easily pick one, but he decides not to because he believes that everyone deserves a chance. He believes that every player here is good enough no matter what, and that is what makes these players fire. And he's saying, look, your biggest competition is not going to be out there in Europe. Your biggest competition is going to be within this Barcelona squad, your best friends, your teammates. Just look at how Adama Traoré is competing with Dembélé. It's great. They all do something special. Look at the midfield and how we always talk about either it's going to be Frankie or Gavi and Pedri, or Gavi and Frankie. And then we look at Serginho Dest and Dani Alves. There's competition going on within that position. And in the next season, it's going to be even harder, and it's going to be something that many of us are going to enjoy even more. Kessie might actually come to Barcelona. He is going to be testing Nico Gonzalez, Sergio Busquets. And then we look at Azpilicueta, who could come to Barcelona and test Serginho Dest and Dani Alves. And then we can even talk about Erling Haaland, who's going to be testing Aubameyang, Memphis, Ferran Torres. And so it's going to be healthy competition that Xavi is going to want. There is for sure not going to be any for sure starting 11 under this era that we're going to be having under Laporta and Xavi. And so let's wait and see how these players do turn out to be. And now lastly, I'm going to be talking about point number 4, and that is going to be the winning mentality. Just look at how many goals we have been scoring as of late. 4 against Napoli, 4 against Atletico Madrid, 4 against Valencia, 4 against Athletic Club. And then they have the audacity, right? These players have the audacity to put on a show right after. The last time we had this type of vibes and like feelings was back in the 2011-2012 Pep Guardiola days. And what's so crazy about this whole thing is that we generally do see Barcelona and these players wanting even more, even after we're winning after the 80th minute. Like before under Ronald Koeman, we always saw how these players were acting like they were winning like 4-0, 3-0 after the 80th minute, but we were not. We were tied either 1-1 or maybe we were losing 1-0. But now we are here seeing the complete opposite. These players want even more, even though they're winning by a margin after the 80th minute. So their mentality has improved greatly, and I'm so happy to see that. But that is basically the other video that I wanted to make today. Again, I wasn't planning on making this. I just wanted to talk about this with you guys and just have a conversation. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. That is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona daily news. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.